Hello, City Skylines fans. I'm Socksway Up, and welcome back to Season 2 of Chillhorn, a Snowfall Let's Play series beginner's guide. We're trying to go over all the details as we can of everything that is City Skylines vanilla. Today's episode, we're going to start out by taking care of the snowy roads. We're going to learn how to do that. We're going to take a look at the conditions and see how to improve them. Let's jump right into that. We got the screen already set for that. You can see conditions are poor. They're poor. Our roundabout's the only thing really handling it because it's a highway, and I just don't think I upgraded it to highway roads. I don't think it's has the same problems or has the same requirements. It doesn't collect snow, I guess. So let's go ahead and go to our snow dumps. It's telling us snow dumps. So let's go to our road conditions. We can see we have a snow dump. So we're going to take a look and just add one here. And then let's take a look at this other building, road maintenance building. I think that is just a default thing. I've never used it. Road maintenance building houses maintenance vehicles. They travel around the city and boost roads and allow travel at higher than normal speeds. Hello, why not? Let's do that as well. But I don't know the capacity of this. We're gonna learn this together. We have 4 snow plows out. So let's go ahead and go back to the snow thing. You can see coverage. We have good coverage. Condition is improving as the plows get out. So that seems to be a pretty simple thing to fix. Not too bad. So you can see the purple vehicles are the snow plows as they go out. It's gonna get to a certain node and then update it probably. As it gets past that, it gets a little bit better. And he's plowing, the other one's coming, finishing it up, and it's turning green, but snow is still falling. So they're gonna constantly have to drive and take care of this. Let's let this run. This size of a city, we're gonna see how long it takes, and I'm gonna let you know how long it took to get completely cleared out. We let it run for about 2 minutes, and it's getting close. We can go back to the conditions here and see it's getting close, but I wanted to kind of follow one of the vehicles and watch its route. It's 32% full, 33% as it goes. So it's kind of interesting if we go back to the snow thing and the conditions. The main roads were taken care of, but the plows are so far around in the neighborhoods that these main roads are starting to fill up with snow already. I think it'll be fine. It's just going to take time to catch up. We probably started this process a little late to get ahead of it. And with the dynamic weather being snowfall, I don't know if the snow is going to stop. I don't know how good of videos it's going to make, but we're going to leave it for now as just an authentic vanilla experience, and we can see all of these the differences in the roads. It's pretty sweet. I've never used this, and I'm loving it. You can see like these main roads were already taken care of as that plow's taken off, but these little back roads in the neighborhoods, they haven't gotten hit yet. But the main roads are looking pretty good. This one farther out, if you had another plow out here, would probably be beneficial. Let's do that. Let's add another one right by the industry to help out. And we'll take a look at this throughout the next few episodes or so and see how quickly it fills up. But having 2 of these might, even though we had enough coverage, might just help out to take care of the people in the town. So this episode, we took care of that. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna actually buy a tile. And we're gonna go ahead and purchase that one. I don't know how many we have, but I do want these 4. I absolutely want these 4. Let's go here, and we do have enough. So we have 4 to get us started. That should leave us with 5 more. So we probably want to go here, here, and maybe, I know we want these 2, and we're probably gonna want these 2 to finish off that. But then the tricky thing is, look at this little space here that we're not gonna be able to build on. Wow, they planned that pretty well to make it a tough decision. So one of the things we're gonna do is expand this highway this direction. Whether that goes all the way to this is gonna depend on what we do next, but we are gonna want to add an interchange. We're gonna use this one, and we're going to have it do this action. So what we're gonna do first is pause the game, and we're gonna go pretty far into where the road is straight again and demolish all of these roads. Wow, that was loud. Hopefully we can fix that in post editing. And then we're going to try to line this up as good as possible. Maybe if we go this way, zoom in a little bit, let's add some temporary roads to help us line this up. Let's go ahead up to like right there. And we'll go like to there as well. Kind of do something like that. And go back to the highway. And see, okay, we got to go a little bit farther. So let's get rid of these just a little bit. Like that. And that. And then we get lined up here. Try to eyeball this as good as possible. That shouldn't be too bad. So let's go ahead and now demolish these. Go back to our highway roads and get our highway. Go, yep, we want straight. Let's go ahead and connect it like so. Like that. It's a little crooked, but I think it'll do. And do the same here. Go from here to there. That one was pretty straight. And at this point, we can hit play. We can hit play, the roads connect, so now we have a different interchange. Instead of it just curving back here, that will allow us to extend the highway out this direction. As we build, we will want to start thinking about where we want an off-ramp, which would probably be about right there. But before we get too far, let's go ahead and upgrade these, or update these to be the correct direction, like that. And then it's time to figure out what's next. So we're gonna ponder a little bit and get back to recording. All right, we spent a good amount of time thinking through what we're gonna do for the rest of this episode. And one of the things I wanted to stick to is the plan that we had for the initial tile. And I want to finish that out, and our demand might let us achieve that. So we do have this road here that borders the original tile as close as possible. It might've gone a little bit farther over, but I want to finish from there over today. And one of the first things we're gonna look at is this service area. We have some services, they're kind of just thrown down out of necessity. So we're going to have to rearrange that a little bit, I think, to play into what we want. But I want to do a little bit of commercial around here as well. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna move this road depot just over here for now. And we're gonna extend this road out and connect down here. And then we're gonna bring this road over. And let's not connect it. We're gonna bring it there. And then this is going to be 18% full, so we can't move it. So we're gonna empty that. And we're going to just build a new one where we want it long-term. Let's go back in here, and we're gonna put that at the end. And that will eventually fill that up. So we'll keep an eye on that. Once that gets to 0, we will get rid of it. The road maintenance building I do want next to that. And then also the recycling center I think is good right there. Yeah, that'll do. So this will go away. We don't want that on the main road anyways. That was kind of an oversight when we put that down. So that'll be okay. And then let's go ahead and get back to our roads. Bring this one over. And then this is going to be a little tricky to utilize all the space in here. We're going to kind of like do something like this and mimic that a little bit, kind of a little bit there. So it's different than the other side. So we did break the monotony of making things exactly the same. But then let's fill in a little bit more of these roads here. Get a nice little mixture of finishing up what we want for the roads. And let's do something like that just to mix it up a little bit. So how quickly is that going? 6%, that's actually not too bad. So these ones as well, we're gonna have to do, we can do one at a time, potentially. So let's look at our power now. I want to put all the power in one area. And I wanna kind of take a look right now. We're using 186. So if we look at our coal plant, it does 120. So if we just did 2 coal plants instead of the 4 total that we have, let's put those there, and then we can go to this coal plant and we can get rid of it. And let's look at our connections first. Let's go ahead and do something like that. these incinerator buildings we're gonna also bring down here into this little cove that we created. And we're at 50. This one's good, so we can now demolish this snow dump. Gets our main road freed up. And let's see, these ones, actually, let's do a little different design. Can we sneak both of these next to each other? We can't. Let's make it so. Let's pause. We don't need to pause. We're gonna make it so we can. Let's bring the road down and then grab this one. And what we're doing is I wanted to get these as far away as we could from the rest of the people. Do that. Bring this out. Let's delete this a little bit. This out like that. Connect that back up. I don't remember how that was connected, but that will do. And we got enough area to add all the services in here, and then we will finish the rest in here with some commercial. Yeah. So we're gonna give some time to get this emptied and get the rest of the stuff moved, and we'll get back to you so it's not too boring of a video. Looked over this for a while. We've made plans. We're gonna deviate from the plans. The original plan was for all of this to be commercial. You can see residential is the highest requirement for us, so we are going to do that in this area. We're going to take some of this. I was looking at the pollution map because I wanted to keep the noise pollution and the pollution from the industry away from the residents. I think we're going to move this snowplow next. It's 0%. It's not even being used. We're actually going to just get rid of it because that noise pollution is going to really deter these residents from wanting to live here. So we're gonna do our first high density area, and we're gonna do a little style, get rid of these rocks, that I like to do in Cities Skylines. So we're gonna come in here, we're driving in, we got some commercial here. We're going to probably come off, this is a main road. We're gonna come off right here, and we'll cut back here. And we're gonna pretend like this is a little apartment complex. So we're gonna fill in. Let's get rid of that one, just like so. And across, there's gonna be another one there. And we're keeping it off the main road for traffic, but those are gonna, this can connect all the way. That'll be fine. This is gonna fill in very fast. And we're gonna take a look at the difference in the amount of people living in these houses compared to some of the other small, lower density houses. Let's connect the electricity and get that going. Some of the other things I did was, I forgot to show, we moved all this area out. We got all of this moved in, and we also zoned a little bit. That will take care once we get more residents in, but getting these high density buildings in is gonna speed it up. So 10 households at level 1. As those level up, we will see a huge difference in our, thunder, in our households. So you can see it's already 6 more households than this level 4 building over here as a level 1. But then we're also gonna have to take a peek here. We're gonna have to look at education. So we're gonna get a lot more people into this town. We're gonna have to find a little bit of an area. Let's have this attached like that. Bring it over. Let's go ahead and just get ahead of this right now. We'll throw a little elementary school right here and the high school right next to it. And then we're going to extend this direction and add in some low density back here, because we don't want to just slam in. I don't personally want to just, wow, it's storming. I don't want to just slam in high density because we can. That is a big mistake that I did early on playing this game, is I got super excited that I could expand the city very fast and got sucked into the trap of just going high density at this point. That is the quickest, easiest way to get your traffic out of control. If your infrastructure can't handle the high density, the extra traffic that comes with high density, you're in for some trouble. Wow, this is an impressive storm. I've never heard it thunder in City Skylines. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add a little bit, we're gonna add just a tiny bit of high density commercial as well. So the one thing to keep in mind is these buildings are most likely going to want highly educated employees. So we're going to have to take care of that next. Next episode, we'll probably get into some university. We're also going to get into planning out the next square. So let's get that going. And then I think what we'll do is we're going to kind of copy the pattern over this direction. And then let's do this low density commercial. That's going to come in. That's going to take some time. And then one of the things we don't want to forget about is giving enough parks to these. And I think the basketball courts and things like that would be kind of cool for the high density area. So we'll do that. They're instantly happy. You can see that make them happy. We have some areas in the outskirts that we didn't add parks, but we're getting close. So we're going to try to fill out the rest of this area here and then do a little summary and call it an episode. So we've temporarily shut off the dynamic weather so that we can look over the city as we finish up this first tile. I think it came together great. I think this little area is starting to look like a natural downtown of a smaller town of 10,000. We're almost at 11,000 people now. We got this area here with this little tiny little industry area and services where we have our dumps, we have our electricity. A lot of pollution there, a lot of pollution. It might get moved long term. We've added in a tiny little neighborhood here surrounded by commercial. Thought that was kind of a cool little addition as you see some of those houses leveling up into our industry area, and it's all kind of coming together. We have this little section here we're not sure what we're going to do with yet. Is that zoned? It is not zoned, so we'll have to figure that out, but everything else is looking pretty sweet. This is looking like a real town to me. It's coming together now. I take a nice overview of it. I love it. So next episode, we're going to start planning out our next freeway exit as traffic is starting to become an issue. Yeah, we're down to 87%, so we need to spread out some of that traffic that's coming in, and I think that'll have to be over here as we start expanding, but we'll have a major residential boom next episode. It's not going to be just high density like this. This was a nice mixture. Actually, this section here came in, and I thought, oh man, let's extend it a little bit closer to the roundabout. Kind of like simulating coming into town. Kind of like, see, can we follow this guy? Oh, he's going the wrong way. Let's try to find someone. How do you just deselect? Just select something else? I don't want to follow you anymore. How do I not do that? There we go. All right, let's pause it. Let's grab this vehicle. We're gonna turn it like this, and we're gonna kind of follow him. I think it's sweet. I think it looks great. To the right, we got some high density. We got some high-rise buildings that turned out pretty awesome, and to the left we have some of those commercial buildings that have upgraded that have also improved it. This intersection's coming a struggle. We'll have to focus on traffic here in the next episode or so. But again, I'm Socks Way Up. Thanks for joining. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next episode of Chillhorn Season 2.